This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. To draw the staircase in the architecture, I will go to the staircase here, right? So when I click on the staircase, I will get the different options here. In the component, in the run, we have the straight, circular, spiral, and center and spiral. Let's say L shape winder and U shape. These are the options. Most of the times we use this straight one. And before starting the staircase, what are the factors we need to consider in the Revit? Let's say to draw the staircase generally, I need very three basic informations, right? Like this is my staircase elevation, let's say for example, and this is my staircase plan view. Roughly, I'm giving. Okay. First basic information is width of the staircase, correct? And second is thread, and next one is riser. Okay, these three informations we required to capture the basic staircase, right? So now I am going to the Revit. In architecture, staircase. When I click on the staircase, here I will get the different kind of the types. The stairs have the different type of the stairs. You can choose anything. Let's say now I am going to use the pre-cost stair. When I choose the pre-cost, here you can see the base level, top level. Always I'm repeating again and again. These base level, top level are the most important for the walls, columns, stairs, whatever you want. We should think in the elevation, I mean height. So after choosing this base level and top level, here you can see the desired number of risers and actual thread depth and actual riser height. So according to this thread depth and riser height and the level height, it will calculate slope automatically and it will give the number of risers. And I will go to the edit type. If I go to the edit type, you can see this maximum riser height, maximum thread depth, and the minimum run width. Run width is width of the staircase. Let's say I'm going to use the 1.2 meter. Okay, I'm not going to change anything. Just I'm going to change minimum run width. So see, when you place a mouse on this run width, it will show how what is it is exactly. So Revit will guide you whatever you want to do it. So nothing to worry about the Revit. It's a very easy tool. Okay. Then go to OK. Let's say I want to draw staircase somewhere here. I'm starting here. Right. See now when I draw the staircase, I can see the 5 risers, 6 risers created, 7 remaining. How many total my risers? 23 risers. If you see in the properties. Let's say for example, I am going to create few more. Let's say 10 risers, 12 risers, 11 risers, 12 risers. Okay. Still remain risers are same. I want to stop here. Here I want to make the landing. So parallelly I come here and I will draw remaining stairs. So automatically I will get the landing and stairs. Now I am going to finish. See, this is the staircase. Let's say, let us see how we got this staircase in the 3D. Just I am going to the 3D view. if you see, you can find the 3D staircase like this, or else you can select this only staircase, go to the selection box. Here you can see only. See, automatically we are getting attached rail and staircase. Okay, let us see in different way. Now I am going to take the stairs. I am using the straight one. Here I am using the pre-cost level 1, level 2, and I want to change the width. Let's say 1.2 meters. Same width I am going to consider. Now I am going to draw the staircase line. Let's say 4 risers. Okay. Again I want to give the landing. Another 5 risers. I want to give the landing. Another 4 risers. I want to give the landing and remaining stair. Straight one. Okay. Finish. This is a straight one. Again I am going to another one. Okay. This time I will draw the complete single staircase. Let's see. I want to check this is in section. Now I will go to the view section. Let's say I want to take the section like this. Okay. This is my depth of the section. Let's say I want to see from left side. I can flip the section. If you click it, I can see to this one. See, now I am going to the right click, go to view. You can see the staircase section. Staircase landing like this. And same way, I want to see this section. I want to draw one more section for our better understanding. Okay, depth of the section. I'm looking in different single staircase. Okay, let's say I want to see the staircase for this. Flip it. I can change the width of the staircase. Okay, so I am cutting my section here up to this. To draw the section in AutoCAD, how much time it will take, we know. Okay, see how many sections we are done in couple of minutes. This is the advantage of the Revit. Okay, see now if we measure it, this is a riser height and this is a thread. Okay, it will reach to floor, starting level 1, reaching level 2. For example, I have the multiple levels. Go to one of the elevations. I will go to the south elevation. Okay, I want to extend this elevation to see in my sections. Just select the level, hold the small circle, drag and drop until you get the tracking line, leave it. It will get locked. When I go to the sections, whatever sections you created, here you will find the section. Okay, see the section. Now I have that 7 levels. I want to create same stairs to the other levels. I select the staircase and when I select the staircase, I am getting the edit staircase and select levels. I am going to select levels. Here, connect to the level. Just I am going to select one more level. Okay, finish. Automatically we will get the another level of the section. Select the section. Okay, the staircase by the tab. Edit staircase, or else select it, connect and disconnect the levels. I'm going to connect one more level. Okay, finish. Edit, connect it. If you want to connect simultaneously, select the levels by using the control key, control button in the mouse. I mean in a keyboard. Directly you will get the multiple staircase. It will calculate according to the flow rates. If you see in the 3D, I'm going to remove the section box. You will get the staircase. This is a very basic staircase. Let's see. Now I'm going to choose the architecture staircase. This time I want to change my settings. Whether riser height should be, let's say, 200, thread is, let's say, 300 mm. Okay, apply. Okay, see. How many risers I am getting now? 20. Earlier it was 23. Correct? See, according to our settings, it will calculate number of risers automatically. So what rules it's following and all, if you want to check it, go to the calculation rules. You can see this is for information. We cannot change anything here. This is to get the information only. Right? Generally, according to our own calculations, we know how much rise we required and how much thread we required. Based on that, we will calculate. For example, now for this staircase, I want to draw one more staircase to explain. Go to the staircase, let's say 8 risers, and I want to give one more landing in the between like this. Okay, and I want to give the one more landing. So now if you see this, you will get the staircase with a different kind of the elevation landing. Okay, then go to the staircase. It's a different method. I want to draw one staircase here and another landing. Okay, now I want to change my landing with a different shape. It's arc shape. So what I do, I will select my staircase. I will go to the edit stairs. Here I will enter into the edit mode. Then I select this landing. Here I can find the convert. What I do here, this is a 3D solid model. I am converting this solid model into the lines to modify. So I'm going to convert here. Okay, when you convert, I will get the sketch. Go to edit sketch. Here I will modify my sketch. Like for example. So now I am going to delete that one. It should be closed polygon always. We need to remember. We can edit the staircase landings. One more thing. Let's say I want to edit this width of the manually. So select this staircase, go to edit stairs and this staircase now. You can adjust this width by changing this arrow position, or else you can convert into the lines. Okay, edit sketch, you can modify. Both are the same. Right. But then time we need to modify this all lines to extend our kind of. Okay, anything is same. You can change by using the grips, or you can change by, so this width is different and this width is different. by using the default staircase only we can reach our requirement in the Revit. Let's say I want to see the section of this. Drag and drop. I will get the section. Now I want to see number of threads and risers in the drawing. Just I will go to the annotate here. When I go to the annotate, here you can see the thread numbers. Just select it and select on the stairs. Directly you will get the thread number. To create the working drawings, so useful. So we can use only text or you can use this thread numbers. See, let's say for example, now I am in the section. Okay. I want to give the numbers to this. Go to the thread numbers, select this, directly will get reach. Section also we can get. Anyhow, dimensions we need to do with manual basis. Okay. And second thing is staircase spiral. Choose the spiral here, choose the actual run width directly. Okay. Here you can choose you want to draw from the center or left or right. Let's say I'm going to draw from the center. Okay, this is my center of the staircase. I will start from here. Okay, directly I will get the stair according to the radius. Okay, now I'm going to staircase. Let's say radius. This is automatical landing. See radius according to radius. I am getting the stairs. The spiral. So we need to choose the radius of the spiral. For this staircase also you can change our riser height and thread height width. And one more thing. Let's say now I want to change this railing type. Okay. Just to select the railing, and when you select it, go to the property. When you observe this Revit, for everything we are going to the property. It's a simple method. And whatever we want, we are changing the type here. Just select the object, choose the family. That's it. Let's say now I want to change this railing to the glass panel bottom. Okay. So now don't ask the more doubt how to create the railing. All this is again different method. Okay, we have the very different kind of the method to create this railings. Okay, we need a lot of depth knowledge in that to create the railing. At the moment, don't focus on the creating the railing. Just choose whatever available in the Revit. Let's say I want to use a piping. If you want to explore more about the railing, just to go to the select and edit type. In the edit type, you have the lot of options. Okay, see, this is a rail structure. Here we create the different kind of the profile. Okay, so let's say for example, we have the different circular handrail, elliptical handrail, rectangular handrails. If you want to change this, okay, let's say if you take this simple railing, select it, go to the edit type and see railing structure, nothing. and if you go to the baluster placement, here you have the different, right? If you want to explore more on the railings, but my recommendation is not now. Okay, at the moment, in this stage, just use what are the available railing in the Revit. If you want to create more different kind of the railings, you can create, but this is not a right time. I hope everybody understood. Okay, in this way, we create the staircase. Okay, different kind of the staircase. These are the simple things, so more than enough. And to get this winder kind of the railing, I mean staircase, select it. Okay, just place it. These are the predefined staircase. If you want edit, you can edit by converting into the and sketch. See what is the difference between winder and this straight is we will get this steps in different shape. There you will get the direct straight one. Here we will get the inclined staircase. Okay. See, now I am going to use this architecture staircase. Let's say U-shape winder. Just I can get direct. Can you see difference? But we need to choose the base level, top level. It's a mandatory task. Okay, thread, riser, thread, and width we can change. So just follow and practice these methods. These are the more than enough at the moment.